Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness brought us several very exciting cameos. So today we're going to rank every cameo from worst to best. How's it going, movie watchers? Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today we're ranking all of the big cameos in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Of course, this will contain spoilers for all of the big cameos within this new MCU film. Let me know in the comment section down below, what was your favorite cameo? What was your least favorite cameo in this film? Coming in last place is Claya. In the mid-scene of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange is greeted by a woman with long hair dressed in purple. She insists that he joins her in fixing an inclusion. That's where two multiverses collide and he joins her. This was a surprising cameo played by Charlize Theron as Claya. She's the Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension and the niece of the villain from the first film. There's a lot of potential for her character moving forward, but since her character was so brief, just had a few lines and teasing something big at the end compared to the other cameos, it wasn't my favorite one, but it did have a lot of potential. Coming in sixth place is Maria Rambeau. On Our Earth 616, it was revealed that Maria Rambeau died of cancer during the blip. So it was nice to see her again as Captain Marvel of the Illuminati universe. I did like seeing her again in this film, and it was cool to see her use some of her abilities. But since she is supposed to be considered one of the strongest characters, when Wanda comes in to kill off the Illuminati, she kills off Maria Rambeau pretty quickly. I think there could have been a little more intense moments with this character, some more action scenes, but also just goes to show how strong Wanda is as a character. But with how quickly they killed off Maria Rambeau, it didn't make it for the best cameo. Coming in fifth place is Black Bolt. I wasn't expecting Anson Mount's Black Bolt to show up as part of the Illuminati in the Doctor Strange film. I didn't check out the Inhumans show. I didn't know much of the character in the Inhumans show. But I do know that he has a very strong ability that if he even whispered, it could destroy buildings. And there's a scene with Reed Richards, played by John Krasinski, that if he whispered, he could kill Wanda. And she says, "What mouth?" And his face is closed. But instead, the sound that he was supposed to make gets knocked back inside of him and his head explodes. It was cool to see the character as part of the Illuminati and the potential of what this character could be. Even though he was gone pretty quickly, it was just nice to see this character within the movie. Coming in fourth place is Bruce Campbell. I expected Bruce Campbell to appear in this movie since it is directed by Sam Raimi. Bruce Campbell starred in the Evil Dead films, which was directed by Sam Raimi, and he also appeared in the Spider-Man films. He has a pretty funny scene in the middle half when America Chavez and Doctor Strange, they travel through the multiverse, and America Chavez believes that food is free. But in this parallel universe, he is a pizza ball salesman named Pizza Papa. And Doctor Strange inflicts him with a curse that he will just keep hitting himself. That keeps on going, and then the very last scene of the movie, the end credits, he stops hitting himself and says it's over as he's looking at the camera. It was hilarious. It was quite simple. It's Bruce Campbell. What's not to love? Coming in third place is Captain Carter. The TV spot for Doctor Strange ruined this cameo of Captain Carter. I did expect her to appear in it after the What If series. It was cool to see her within here. She felt very confident. She utilized her shield many ways. She put up a fight, and Haley Atwell, it was terrific just in this very short amount of time as Captain Carter. I did like her in Captain America, the First Avenger, so it was great to see her appear once again. But like all cameos within the film, it was cut short. She was killed by Scarlet Witch not too long after her introduction. She was eventually killed by her own shield, but that line she says mirrors Captain America's line, "I can do this all day." That line right there made me very happy, and the action scene with her was a lot of fun. Coming in second place was Professor X. This was one of the first cameos that was teased for this film, and when he rolled up in the film, they played the classic theme to the X-Men's animated series, and that was so great to hear. But he's just there to kind of serve for a narration of what had happened with that Earth's Doctor Strange and what had happened with him. It was cool to hear Professor X talk about Thanos, though, and connecting both that universe and the universe that we see in the MCU. If anybody's really able to defeat Scarlet Witch, it would have been Professor X, so seeing them fight off against each other was very thrilling. We got to see him use a little bit of his powers before his death, but how they utilized that cameo with the wheelchair, with the score, just brought back a lot of nostalgia from that 90s animated series, and it was perfect. But coming in first place for me is Reed Richards. Now, this might not be the most exciting cameo in terms of kind of fan service, but I would love to see John Krasinski as Fantastic Four. It's been a casting for me that I would just absolutely love to see, along for a lot of people. And when I heard that he may be in this film, I thought it could be true, and it was. It was so cool to see John Krasinski as Reed Richards. It's so cool to also see that so many people wanted him, and he actually was in there. He mentioned that he was married, he had kids, but they didn't really get to utilize his powers. There was just a very, very brief scene before Wanda killed him, but just seeing him there and then seeing a new costume in the MCU, it looked great. I can't wait to see what they do with hopefully John Krasinski in the future. Now that John Watts has stepped down as the director of the Fantastic Four, will John Krasinski take over? And will our version of Reed Richards be the same John Krasinski? I'm very excited for it. There is a little nod to the Fantastic Four, little references here and there. It was very brief, but John Krasinski felt very confident in this brief role, and it was cool to see him part of the Illuminati, and just got me very excited to see the potential moving forward for Reed Richards. So there you guys have it, all of the cameos ranked. There wasn't a lot. I expected a lot more. Honestly, I expected a lot more of the traveling between universes. But what we did got was exciting, but teased possible storylines that could be used in the future for our Earth. Some were very, very, very quick. Some didn't really have any weight to them, but most of them delivered on fan service and what we wanted and what we were expecting as well. Some of them were really cool. Some of them were a little lame, but it's cool to see what's happening next with MCU moving forward. So let me know in the comment section down below, what was your favorite cameo, what was your least favorite cameo, and stay tuned for more up and coming MCU content. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.